Our 14th team to arrive in the Talisker Whisky Atlantic Challenge 2022 is Atlantic Body and Soul. Rowing alongside us here, you can see our second and last team of fives arriving in this year's race. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you for joining us live on Facebook or on YouTube. The lads are very steadily rowing themselves to the finish line. They are so happy to be here and really happy to see all of their friends and family up on the fort.
Hey guys, let's just look. Come on, guys, come on!
I am Charlotte, your live reporter. Again, thank you so much for joining us. This is the Talisker Whisky Atlantic Challenge 2022 with the arrival of Atlantic Body and Soul. They have just crossed the finish line.
Yes, boys! You can stop rowing! You crossed the finish line! Woo! Woo! Let's go, boys! Yes!
Oh, very emotional moment for them. Look. Oh, super stoked to be here. These guys have rowed the Atlantic 3,000 miles from the Canaries all the way to the Caribbean in 39 days. They are from the UK.
Well done, boys.
And on board we've got Cal McAninch, we've got Alec Martin, Ed van der Ven, Sean Waters and Matthew Callis. And they all met in Edinburgh. 5 friends who met through Eastern Amateur Coastal Rowing Club. And as coastal rowers, they saw ocean rowing, crossing the Atlantic, as the ultimate challenge. And they said of themselves just before race start, we are not superhumans, just 5 regular guys with families back home who decided to give this a go a year ago. And then a little over a year later, they've done it.
Now make sure you're all ready with the flares at the same time.
So these guys are going to set themselves up to do their flare shots. Oh, look, I don't know if you can see there, but Sean's wearing a kilt. Brilliant. And they set off to a great start, these guys. But like most of the fleet, they got caught by the initial headwinds and associated weather that tormented the whole fleet and made that first week really tough going for everybody. And they're just all trying to work out how to get their flares to go off at the same time.
Same time, boys.
Friends and family, supporters up on Fort Berkeley. There they go.
Yeah! Come on, boys! Come on! Yeah! Woo! Yes, boys! Yeah! Woo! Yes, boys! Come on, boys! Yeah! Woo! Yes, boys! Come on, boys! Come on! Woo! One more! Yeah! Yes! Come on! Yes! Yes, boys! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah, boys! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Yes! Woo! Yes, boys! A final one! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! That's a strong finish.
Wonderful. Really lovely. They encountered, in their first week, they encountered power issues, which was quite tough for them because it meant at one point they were without power for 2 days. And all of that in their first week, so quite the challenge.
Well done, boys.
And that meant that they had to steer and pump water manually. And that puts in a little bit of additional effort and becomes quite exhausting for them. You're live on Facebook and YouTube, guys.
Hi everybody, thank you so much for your support. Thank you.
Cal's saying hi, everybody.
here.
Hi,
Good to see you
everybody.
guys.
Thank you so much for your support. It's great to be here in case you didn't hear. So they had to do everything manually, and of course that puts a lot of effort in, additional to the rowing. So rather than getting off your shift of rowing and then getting to sleep or eating or cleaning yourself, you then have to go and pump water or steer the boat. So it was quite the challenge. But you know, their motto is never give up, and they stood by it even with the challenges they encountered. So we're going to head into land. These guys are going to row themselves in. So stay with us, and we will keep the live going, and you'll just check back in when we get in to land. So see you shortly. Thanks for watching. See you in a bit, guys.
See ya. Bye. Bye.
And welcome back to the Talisker Whisky Atlantic Challenge 2022 for the arrival of Atlantic Body and Soul, our second and last five-man team to arrive into this year's race, number 14th to arrive out of 42 boats.
Our photographer Penny just came in a little bit late because we need to capture a young man playing the bagpipes on one of the super yachts.
Yeah!
So if you're just joining us, Atlantic Body and Soul have been rowing 3,000 miles.
Let's make some noise for Atlantic Body and Soul!
3,000 miles of Atlantic Ocean in a rowing boat. 5 guys, all eating, sleeping and doing other bits and pieces on board that little boat. It took them 39 days.
All Scottish team to arrive this year in the Talisker Whisky Atlantic Challenge 2022.
Four of them are from the UK. One of them is from Holland. On board we have Cal McIninch, Alec Martin, Ed van der Ven, Sean Waters and Matthew Callis. And they are rowing for 2 charities, supporting charities that deliver much needed mental health support. Body and Soul is one, providing practical and therapeutic support for people of all ages.
To the tones of We Are the Champions and some bagpipes. What a great afternoon here at the Dockyard.
So Body and Soul provide support for people of all ages who have experienced great trauma in childhood.
Let's make some noise for the
And they are also rowing for the Junction, who provide health and wellbeing services and support for young people in Edinburgh aged 12 to 21.
They call themselves regular guys from Scotland. They are everything else than regular. They are amazing and inspirational. Ladies and gentlemen, Atlantic Body and Soul!
You might recognise the gentleman here closest to the camera on the right of the screen, a familiar face on British television for 30 years.
It's Friday afternoon. Would we like to see these incredible guys step on land for the first time in many days? Then you need to make some more noise. Would we like to see Atlantic Body and Soul step on land?
They are so ready.
Guys.
There you can see Cal on screen with his wife Shauna. And you might recognise him from Downton Abbey. And Mr. Selfridge, Trigger Point, and just to name but a few. But he's most recently been in Mayflies, which was on the telly over Christmas.
No way. Nice to meet you.
Are you right?
Hey!
Oh, thank you for bringing them back. Oh.
On one of Cal's calls back home, he said that he was in love with Orion. And if you don't know who or what Orion is, and it's not one of his teammates, and no, it's not some mermaid from the deep that he met while he was out there. Orion is one of the brightest and best known constellations in the night sky.
Onto the podium.
one of the brightest and best constellations in the night sky. And quite spectacular, I hear, when there's no light pollution tainting the view of the naked eye. So quite used to rowing, these guys, but certainly not rowing across an ocean 3,000 miles for 39 days.
I'm just in the middle of some stuff. Can you see it? I can see. There we go. Oh man, it's quite a good feeling. Right, I better go. So
Chatting.
So I think that's the first time we have seen that. A phone call, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and a phone call here at the podium. But we have time for that. Ladies and gentlemen, make it up for Team Atlantic Body and Soul! We left the shores of La Gomera December 12th. They are now here in 2023. And they did their crossing 3,000 miles in an incredible 39 days, 8 hours and 30 minutes! Look at that. We also have a certificate of achievement handed over by, there she is, Kevinia, fellow ocean rower here from Antigua. Once again, let's make some noise for Atlantic Body and Soul! And some gift bags from Antigua Barbuda government handed over by Tani, whom you met in La Gomera in December.
Thanks. Cheers. Oh, thank you. Cheers. Cheers. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you. That looks like it hurts.
Again, a big applaud. Stay on the podium, Cal. Stay on the podium. So, ladies and gentlemen, these incredible 5 guys who calls themselves regular guys who just wanted to see whether this was something they could do. They indeed could after 39 days, 8 hours and 30 minutes. But it is the world's toughest row. The first week, especially, I think, you had some challenges, power loss. Could we hear a little bit about that?
We had an issue with our auto helm. And we got new batteries, and I think when they were disconnected and new ones put in, the auto helm didn't function properly. So it was going like from one side to the other side, correcting itself. And it took about maybe a week almost. So Alec managed to phone Ray Marine over the phone and got it sorted.
So a rough start for the row. Any highlights out there? Wildlife, for example?
Not masses of wildlife, to be honest. One really marlin, I think we saw a sunfish, but yeah, not masses, unfortunately. But
No flying fish.
plenty flying fish. I think I had 2 or 3 hit me in the face. So yeah.
What about sunrise and sunsets?
Yeah, beautiful, stunning, wonderful, starlit nights, rowing in moonlight across the Atlantic. You can't beat it, really.
So 5 guys, regular guys who are not that regular in my opinion. You have had 39 days out there. Has there been any time to talk about future challenges? Family says no here. What happened to the yes hat?
I think there's other people in our families might want challenges before we do.
I think that's probably a very sensible comment.
So, planned is. Well, the Pacific is looking nice.
or maybe the Northwest Passage. So.
Okay, there are lots of great challenges out there. The world's toughest row, Pacific or Atlantic, is obviously the best ones. Ladies and gentlemen, Atlantic Body and Soul, who also raised 27,000 euros for their charities, arrived here today after 39 days, 8 hours and 30 minutes. Let's give them up and start this Friday evening with a big, big hip hip parade. Ladies and gentlemen, Atlantic Body and Soul, hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Well done, guys. You're now doing an interview with Charlotte on YouTube Live, Facebook Live. After that, you will get your first meal on dry land and some cold drinks, and obviously be with your loved ones who are waiting here patiently.
But first one, sit down here and you'll do an interview with Charlotte.
All right, guys, get in nice and tight. And yeah, sit down. It should be much more comfortable.
Is it pontoon? It's not a pontoon. It's not a pontoon.
The big stone things.
So you've got all your friends, family, loved ones live online watching you. Anything that you would like to say to them?
Hello.
Very big thank you indeed for a hell of a lot of support, especially from my wife and kids, but also from some technical friends up at Liverpool who helped us out a lot with our autopilot issues. So we were doing some high-end marine electronics remotely on the sat phone, and big shout out to Holdfast Marine. Thank you.
Anybody else?
I'd just like to really thank all my family and friends who were able to keep in touch through email. Lots of support to keep us going when times were pretty tough. Yeah, that meant a huge amount for us, yeah.
And tell us, what are you most, I asked you when you were in La Gomera, what are you most excited about in terms of the row, but now what are you most excited about being back on dry land?
Not being rowing. Frankly, it was great, but yeah, I think I've had enough.
Yeah.
You know?
I hear you.
Yes.
And you all rowed together back in Scotland in Edinburgh, did you?
Yeah.
In the same team?
Club.
In the same club. Okay. Will you be going back to rowing anytime soon?
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
And we've
not?
got a lot of messages of support from our sort of friends in Easton, which is really great. But yeah, I still like rowing. It's just I like to be close to the shore. I think, a lot of the time.
And breaks in between.
Yeah.
Breaks
A
in
good
between
pub
rowing.
lunch is good. You roll, have a good pub lunch, then you roll again.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now you can have your pub lunch, right?
Brilliant.
Thank you so much for your time, guys. Enjoy your time on land.
Thanks.
So, guys, when you, I need your passport.
So they're going to get on and do all the official things that have to be done once they get back on land. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I think we had a few glitches there with the internet, but we stuck with it, and we're now getting ready for our next arrival, which will be early hours of the morning. So hopefully you will be there with us. We've got Strokes for Blokes coming in this tomorrow morning early between 1:15 and 2:15 a.m. So keep an eye on our social media pages, and we will see you then. Thanks for watching.